Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to use merge join transformation in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how to insert matched records to one table and unmatched records to another table using merge join transformation in SSIS. So recently I got a question from Chandra Prakash Naidu and he asked the same question. So I thought to make a video on this one. So let's jump to the demo. In my D files location, I got a CSV file test_data_1.csv file. So let me open this particular file. So it contains like person's ID, first name, last name, gender and company name. So we will be using this particular file as our one source, okay. And then on my SQL Server 2019 instance, I got a table males_data, and it also contains the same columns plus one extra column, country column. And this particular table contains 12 records in it, okay, and the CSV file contains 30 records. So we will be doing a join on the ID columns. So if you check the CSV file, so we have ID starting from 1 to till 30, and if you check the SQL Server table, so the ID starts from 5 and it goes up to 27. And because there are 12 records in the table, so 12 records should be matched with the CSV file. When we will do a join using the merge join transformation, the 12 records between CSV file and SQL Server table should be matched, and they should be inserted to the merge join match table, and the remaining 18 records, they should go into the merge join underscore unmatched records table, okay. And I will share all the create table statement and the insert data statement with you so that you can test it in your environment as well. And I will also share this test data underscore 1.csv file as well, and the script of these merge join match table and script of merge join unmatched table, okay. And we will be doing a join on the ID column, and you are free to do a join on any column. For example, you can match data based on first name and last name as well, but in this particular video I will do a join on the ID column. So let's see how we can do this using the merge join transformation. So let me close this particular CSV file and let me open the SSIS package. So this is my blank SSIS package that I will be using today to write the code for the merge join transformation. So to use a merge join transformation, we can just drag and drop the data flow task into the control flow window, because data flow task is used to migrate the data. Now we can just configure the data flow task. We will take the CSV file as our left source. So let me just drag and drop the flat file source into the data flow task, and then I can configure the flat file source. So let me make a new connection to the flat file source, and I will call the connection as flat file, and then I can just simply browse the file. So our file type is CSV, so I'll select CSV files here, and then I will select the file name from here and click open. If you click on preview, so data seems good here, so we can click OK. Similarly, we can just use OLEDB source to fetch the data from the SQL Server table. So this will be used as write source. So let me just right click and click on edit, make a connection to the work database. So I already have a connection created here, so I will select this connection, click OK. Now from data access mode, I will select SQL command, and I will select this query, select star from males data. So I can copy the query from here and I can paste it here. Now I can click on columns to make sure that all columns are selected here. If you want to name some of the columns differently, then you can change it in the output columns, but I'm going to use the column names as it is, and now I can click OK. So before using the merge join transformation, we need to sort our data. So there is a sort transformation that we need to use. So we can sort the data based on a particular column. So the data should be sorted for the flat file and as well as for on the SQL Server table as well. So we can connect the flat file source with the sort transformation, and then you can just right click the sort transformation. So we can select the column on which we want to sort. So I'm just going to sort the data based on the ID. So it is going to sort the data in the ascending order. So I can click OK. Similarly, we can connect the OLEDB source with the sort transformation, and then we can just configure the sort transformation. We can select the column, ID column on which we want to sort the data, and then we can click on OK. So the data has been sorted on the ID column for both the inputs, and now we can just drag and drop the merge join transformation into the data flow task, and then we can connect the left source with the merge join transformation. So it is asking like how do you want to treat this particular input. So we will use it as merge join left input, and we can click on OK, and the rest one will be automatically treated as right source, because there can be only two source, left source and right source. So we have selected the left source, so by default the remaining source will be the right source. Now we can right click and configure the merge join transformation. In the join type, there are three options: inner join, left outer join, full outer join. So we will be using the left outer join here. Because we want to select all columns from the CSV file, so we can just click on this one and it will add all columns from the left source to the data flow. And from the SQL Server table, there is an extra column country, so we will select the country column from here. Okay, so these are the selected columns. If you want to add more columns, for example from the right source, so you can add it and you can just name the columns differently as if you want, but at the moment I will select only just extra column, country column from the right source. And now I can click OK. Now because we want to insert the matched data into one table and unmatched data into another table, so a conditional split transformation will be used here. So we can just drag and drop the conditional split transformation into the data flow task, and then we can connect the merge join transformation with the conditional split transformation. And now we can just configure the conditional split transformation. And if you remember, because we have used the left join transformation, so what left join transformation does, it selects all data from the left table and only the matching records from the right table. So if the column from the right table, it has some non-null value, it means that the data got matched to the right table. And if the column from the right table, in this case the column is the country column, so in case if the country column has some null values, it means that those records are the non-matched records, because those records in the SQL Server table did not get matched with the CSV file. So that's why the data in the country column will be null. So what we will do, there is null, so that can tell us whether there is a null value in a column or there is not a null value in the column. So in the expressions we will select the country column here. So if the value is null for the country, it means that it is a unmatched data. So we can write here unmatched data. Okay, and then we can simply click OK, because rest of the other data will go to the conditional split default output, and that will be the matched data. So maybe I can call it as matched data. Okay, and I can click OK. Now let me just drag and drop the two OLEDB destination into the data flow task, and they will be used to insert the data into the SQL Server tables, merge join matched and merge join unmatched. Okay, so first of all let me just rename it to matched data, and let me rename it to unmatched data. Okay, and then I can connect the conditional split with the matched data. So from the output I will select matched data and I can click OK, and now from here it will go to the unmatched data, because now only one source is remaining, and that is the unmatched data. Now let me just connect the matched data here, and I will select the table name from here, merge join matched, and I can click on mappings. So all the input columns have been mapped with the destination column, so that's a good news. I can click OK. Similarly, I can select the table for the unmatched data as well. So our table name is merge join unmatched, and I can click on mappings as well. So the country column and all other input columns have been mapped with the destination columns. Now I can click OK. So our SSIS package is now ready, and when the SSIS package will run, it should insert 12 records into the matched data and 18 records into the unmatched data, because there are 12 records, those will be matched on the ID column between SQL Server table and the CSV file. So let me execute my SSIS package. So you can see that 30 records read from the CSV file, 12 records read from the SQL Server table, and then after the merge join transformation, 12 records went to the matched data table and 18 records went to the unmatched data table. So let me go back to the SSMS and let me try to fetch data from the merge join matched table. So you can see that this extra column, country column, this data came from the SQL Server table, and rest of the data came from a CSV file. Okay, and if you check the unmatched data table, so there should be 18 records and the country column should be null, because the values in the country column, they did not get matched with the SQL Server table. Okay, so that's why this value is null. And in case if you want to replace this null value with maybe some blank string or something, then you can do that also in the data flow task. So let me just truncate these tables and replace the null value with the blank string. Okay, so what I can do, I can add a derived column transformation here. So let me just drag and drop the derived column transformation here, and then I can connect the conditional split with the derived column transformation. And in the derived column transformation, I will select the country column here. Now we have two options. We know that all records which will come here, which will move through this particular transformation, derived column transformation, all the values for the country column, it will have the null values. So if you can put two double quotes here, so it will replace all the null values with a blank string. So this is one way to just replace all the values with a blank string. The another way is, the best way is that we can use a null function actually. So there is a replace null function. How this works is that in the expression we can just drag and drop the column name. My column name is country, and what we want to do in case there is a null value found, so we can put double quote, then again double quote. Okay, so now what it will do, it will check if there is a null value in the country column, then the null value will be replaced by a blank string. So I can click OK, and then I can connect the derived column transformation with the unmatched data. And because our tables are empty now, so I can just rerun my SSIS package again, and now the value in the country column should be replaced with a blank string. Okay, so let me just check the data in the unmatched table. So now you can see that there are no null values here, and the null values have been replaced with a blank string. So yeah, this is how we can use the merge join transformation and can insert the matched data to one table and unmatched data to another table. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.